You know, I'll say it. There's nothing like updating one title and then just calling it a day. Oh. I just don't know what to say about the whole, basically about the whole trying to multi-stream on YouTube and stuff like that. This is gonna be the first stream continuing on without it. A lot of it had to do kind of with, like, it felt very much not like a just flip the switch and go kind of thing. It felt like you had to be a little bit more methodical and planned out, which, like, I understand the, like, very much the great part of that aspect, because, you know, long-form content on YouTube, I actually do kind of enjoy some of that. But I think, like, YouTube just kind of takes the form of long-form content and doesn't really kind of relate it back to streaming, right? Where somebody is basically saying, hey, here I have a message, here's what that message is, and formulating it, where streaming is more of like jumping in and kind of seeing things new. Like, I don't know, it's maybe an all personal taste. But hey, we're gonna continue on. Plus, with this change, I just basically have my bandwidth anyways. It's great. Enter the tower. So, I've done all this stuff. And things are kind of hitchy. Okay, what happened? Like... yeah, you can just do that, I guess, because I'm starting to see very much worse things going on. Oh, I upgraded graphics drivers. But why would it make it worse? It makes no sense. Oh, well, that's kind of smoothed it out a little bit. Gosh darn it, should have just not touched my graphics driver. I don't know, it's one of those things like, hey, you're supposed to do this, right? Like, you're supposed to update it, make it smoother for your system. Yay! They flippin' lied to me. Granted, I think, like, there's very, like, minimal reasons for me to stay with NVIDIA. Next graphics card I purchase, like, EVGA is just gone, so I'm like, gotta make it more debatable. Although AMD drivers don't really give me the warm and fuzzy feelings. And then NVIDIA codecs are actually really good. Yeah. Oh, well, the first question mark I'm peeling towards is a puzzle. That's great. Field of view. Alright. So we have two accumulators. And an inverter. Well, that's interesting. So I guess what we can do is start off with taking a charge, right? Are these... they're not inverse. Okay, that's weird. Discharge it, please. I don't exactly... get it. Okay, I kind of get it. The problem... Oh, you can put them up here. That doesn't, like... So, like, what's going on in my brain right now, racking this round? Because, like, I can have the reds, and right, you can have the blue. It's sent over to here to be, you know, turned to blue, and then it's sent out to be the thing. The problem is that you can't necessarily do that, because, like, this will just end up ruining it. Because, like, you know, we do this, say it's supposed to be the inverse, but the problem is that it just, no. Plus, they allow you to choose both red and blue at the beginning here, so that's something. See, I was worried about that. See, it's still off. It works. Oh, wait, not that one. Wait a second. Oh, this is double layered. Okay. That makes this entirely different. Okay. Yeah, but like, I could just place it up here to begin with anyways, so like, what difference does this make me doing this? Ooh, wait. What if we, make this blue? Discharge this. Blue. Azul, la. Okay, so anyways. Okay, that's done that way. Problem is that I mean, it's still kind of the same scenario though. Unless it's gonna reach blue from all the way up here. No, it's definitely bad. Yeah, and blue's the only one accessible from like back here. this into here. Then do this. Is this actually bad? Hold on. Yeah, I don't think this actually works for me. Because the moment I take this, like, it's no longer active. I can't do anything here. Yes? Like my dream is realized? All we need to do is just, you know. Good thing that was only the other side. Ah, lovely. That's why I play these games. Enjoyable stuff. Hey bro, how's it going? Oh, whoopsies. And I guess I should check social media a little bit here. Thread title says that we should be redomesticate dogs. Our ancestors loved dogs so much, they insisted that they were amazing companions, full of life and love. Man's best friend, and the lives they lived with humans must have been infinitely better than in the wild. So why not bring them back? Did you know that the poet Lord Byron wrote a beautiful poem about his dog, Boatswain? He said he had beauty without vanity, strength without insolence, courage without ferocity, and all the virtues of man without his vices. Is that who our Byron named himself after? No, he named himself after Robert Byron, the travel writer. That's great, but what about my idea? We should breed them back except pugs? Wow! That's one. I mean, dogs are great. But it's like, it's one of these philosophical questions where they're like, do you follow the same path of humanity, or do you become something else, better, newer? But yeah, why not dogs? The show says based on our cats are bad enough, and you know what cats do to a local bird population? Do we really need to add dogs to that? Yes, we do. Oh, sod off, with the cats are so terrible business. What do you think happens in the natural world? You think animals don't eat each other? I'd love to have a dog. We would go on walks together, and I'd be very excited about every new smell. And we would play fetch. Sounds magical to me. Yeah! Magical. So I've been playing a ton of the old Gehenna game called Ancient Human Farmer. The title says it all. It's a sort of simple farming simulator. Maybe not so sophisticated game, but I'm getting really obsessed with it, and I'm having some of the, oh gosh, it's Farmville, emotional response to it that I can't exactly explain. Like, it makes me happy. What is it? The dopamine's hitting? Does anyone have an idea of what this is happening to me? The game appeals to you because a human need to commune with nature, to live a lifestyle that is not about dominating the world but coexisting with it. You're sad because we can't ever return to being who we used to be thousands of years ago, but happy because it reminds you that at least something similar is still possible for us. Maybe it's because the people of Gehenna, despite their imprisonment, had an innocent view of the world that's permanently lost to us. I think it's actually the opposite of what Ovis is saying. These games are enjoyable because they take us back to a time when we still had agency, when we could build things, grow things, when we could impose our will onto the world instead of being completely powerless and inactive. What you crave is the ability to contribute to humanity in real material ways, and you're sad because just simulating is not enough. You don't want to farm, you want to be a pioneer. As we humans were all born to be. It's just a game, don't overthink it. Yeah, listen, there's like millions of humans, and the whole entire thing about it is like, you know, you have some winners, you have some losers, and then you have some people that will actually go off the deep end. Pellegrino's right, though. There's a first time for everything. Oh! Okay. Alright. So the only problem means that the rest of this is like reading and listening to stuff, which, you know, albeit my voice feels a lot better than last time, but I only go so much reading in me. Otherwise, like, fudge, this game is fantastic. Like, if I wasn't streaming it and intentionally reading everything out loud, beautiful. Like, I don't think I would have any issues. There's something out further? Oh. Okay. Right, I forgot about the statues.
One of the most foolish illusions that commonly persist is that nature...
Whoops. You know, you intentionally just don't, Aww. So, I never did... Oh, hold on, not that button. Oh, there we go.
One of the most foolish illusions that commonly persist is that nature is a victim and humanity is a perpetrator. This can only be the opinion of someone who has not witnessed nature at first hand, who has not seen its immense and awe-inspiring baseness. Nature is mindless chaos and eternal conflict. A system of predation and consumption whose perfect cruelty can only induce a terrified and unwilling admiration. Nature is our most powerful and least honorable enemy. A beast that consumed every last one of our ancestors and will consume us just as quickly if we are not successful in our struggle with it.
Just going. The chase is on. I mean, he's not wrong. We do have like a fickle relationship with nature in itself. Also, I probably at some point should preface a lot of things. I ain't no philosopher. I'm using ain't. I am not a philosopher at any point. And yeah, my credibility to speak on most things is based in my own experience, which who knows if that's actually qualified for anything. So there you go. It's going far. I think it's going to be potentially teaching me how to get across, isn't it? Or is it going to sink me? As a professor. Yeah. Doubt that. That just reminds me of like flipping, you know, Dark Souls. Water. Basically, you're on the beach, and then there's just a massive cliff right in the middle of the water. Ah, there we go. Light his cup up. It's kind of scorched, but you know. Yep. Find the Sprite, bring it back. We got another one.
Utopia is impossible. But the future that is possible will seem like a dream to those who are alive now.
Thank goodness most are dead. Alright, okay, can't go too far down. Like, there's just so much in this game that's just like, okay, here's like the more interesting points, but then there's like some extra stuff here and there that's like, here's some hidden junk. What is this, anyways? Is this number 3, or... Wait, where's the hand? No, that's the one across the river. Where's the question mark that was here? Oh, it's still forward. Okay, so there's nothing else here. Did we do the other star? I'm a little lost for words on that. No, I didn't. So then what? Okay. It's probably like a Sphinx riddle or something. Fascinating story. You discovered the archive concerns a great scientist by the name of Galileo. Galileo, Galileo, Galileo. Figaro. This remarkable man made huge contributions to the early development of science, but was best remembered for becoming embroiled in a controversy with the church that ended up with accusations of heresy, a trial, and him being placed under house arrest for the rest of his life. The cause of the controversy? He argued that the earth revolved around the sun, a view we would describe as self-evident, which the Inquisition described as foolish and absurd in philosophy and formal heretical. Story became problematic for how society often punishes those who tried to push our understanding of the world forward in the modern day. I mean, I don't see any difference between those two. They both have the emphasis on the oh. There's a legend at the end of the trial. He muttered, "And yet it moves. A beautiful idea, but untrue, because defying society is hard. It comes to a high cost, and not everyone is capable of bearing it. Would you have done in this place? What would I? I think I would have tried to stand up for the truth. It's harder than it sounds. Fighting an authority like Elohim is one thing, but when your friends and allies may renounce you for holding the acceptable opinion, it's enormous willpower to continue. But if nobody does it, society gets stuck." Not wrong. It's a very, like, Galileo's whole push for that is like tremendous, and it's just not everybody has an open mind to be so accepting. The role of puzzles in simulation was so important to the creation of our civilization that it left an indelible imprint. Listen, this game likes to throw some words at me, and I'm like, what is this? But sometimes I worry that it's an issue. Alexander Denon thought of human beings as problem solvers, but the real world isn't anything like the simulation. Yes, there are problems to solve, but there isn't a treasure made waiting to reward you. There's just another problem, and another, and another, and another. Our veneration of puzzles may be blinding us to the fact that sometimes there isn't a neat solution, that sometimes life is just a slog and the best you can do is muddle through. That's true. Like, a lot of our schooling and stuff like that teaches you, like, oh yeah, hey, there's one answer. When the truth is like, you kind of have to find out what is the best answer. So, dear Athena, have you really left us for good without even saying goodbye? I know we haven't spoken much lately, but isn't that just part of the slow, relaxed lives we now lead? After all those centuries of struggling trying to build a new Jerusalem, I thought we deserved a rest, and if that disappointed you, why didn't you just say so? I know you disapprove of these silly titles they give us now, but we really were your first companions. You know what it was like? I was there when Yemo died. I remember the horror of realizing there was no way of bringing him back, the impossible finality of it, and then the determination to make it make sense, to have it be part of the story that leads to a better world. I never abandoned that, Athena. I just thought that maybe I could spend some time on the things that make life worth living, too. Maybe I lost track. Maybe I failed you. I don't know. Because you didn't tell me, Aurora. Yeah, you're supposed to read minds, Aurora. It's what they all think, you know? Alright. One more question mark, and then I have to go check over there to see. Because generally it's either like the Sphinx or it's a light puzzle. Which will be interesting to look around to see what I can relate back to it. That's the tram. Everything's just kind of like split up in this one. Unlike the others that were just like kind of more like straightforward. Here's a solid block. Oh. Yeah, it's another reading thing. If anything, at least this game is giving me better reading out loud chops than anything. Consume. From an interview with a protester outside the Institution for Applied Nomadics. So, why did you join the protest? Artificial intelligence is inherently dangerous in the planet's ecosystem. Defending that ecosystem is our responsibility. Ooh. Really hitting it hard there when AI is starting to become a very hot topic, or is a hot topic at this point. In which way is artificial intelligence dangerous? I'm not some paranoid idiot imagining Skynet taking over the world. Alright, that's science fiction. But what we're talking about here is an artificial intelligence without any of the attachment we have to the natural world. It's not capable of distinguishing between, say, an ore and a tree. Everything's just resources to it. People like Sarabhai or Drennan talk about ethics and philosophy, but they all embrace the same extractivist ethos that has brought us to the brink of disaster. Their intelligent being would try to optimize the world in its image, and in doing so, consume it. When blank and no idea. It seems to be like some kind of hex code given like the E's and F's and C's. Is there any A's thrown in the mix there? Anyways, mostly hex code goes down to F, because A, B, C, D, E, F. Right? Hexadecimal, 16 base. Zero to E. I think that's right. So far they're saying that it's all theoretical. The atom bomb was theoretical at first too. Once something is there, someone's going to use it. Why couldn't they imagine that we might care about the world? I don't know. Maybe because they were too used to no one else caring. So basically, Athena ran off and is like raising
I think I'm probably safe.
Miranda, stuff like that. Hey, Rubik's.
Not
Oh wait,
safe.
hold on. There's more to read. Thank you so much. 69 months. Rapacious Journal, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem, Day 200. Construction on our new home is coming along nicely. We finished 2 new buildings last week, and this week we started on our new lodgings. Athena and Cornelius have planned to erect a tower in the middle of the settlement, which will serve as our administrative center and maintain heliport. But right now, that's still a long ways off. Decades of at the least. And coming in as a 1K, I get to see the fruitions of that work being done, or being completed. It's hard to imagine that one day we'll be able to erect structures like that there will be enough for us to need that much space, But when I look at the dam and I remind myself our ancestors built that with their short lifespans and soft flesh and bone bodies, and then I think that there's really no limit to what we can achieve, given enough time, patience, and the capacity to dream. I mean, the pyramids were built. Nobody's not sure of the method, but, you know. Or the exact method,
Strap
I guess.
in, this is a long one.
Well,
You
let's
may
be
have
able to
heard the
still
story
debate
of the
it.
carpenter who died to redeem humanity's sins. It's a powerful story, bittersweet, very human, and I just want to tell you that it's true. He was a real person, and his name was John. John Carpenter.
John
He was
Carpenter.
born in the year 1948, and he was the coolest filmmaker to ever walk the earth. From Halloween to The Thing to They Live, the totally underrated In the Mouth of Madness, mind you, he just made classic after classic. All of his movies, really fun, really atmospheric, but also really smart. Even when they were goofy, most directors would kill to have made just one of those movies. And what did he get for it? A big, fat truckload of nothing. Well, less than nothing. The studios, the critics, even the fans, they hated him. The Thing, okay, for example, which is about as perfect a movie as you can make, completely torn to shreds. And his career never really recovered. Every movie after that was a struggle, and after a while, he just got tired of it and quit. He only really came back to movies in his 70s. How many works of genius did we never get because of that? Look, I have a point here. People like Carpenter, people like Alex, they're not always appreciated in their own time. If you just do what's popular, you might never create anything important. Of course, we admire people who did the right thing, who didn't conform, but we only ever admire them after the fact. What matters is to support people when it's difficult.
So I've been watching like more long-form YouTube content and stuff like that, and yeah, just like game design. Because particular, a lot of AAA companies chase the dream of what's popular at this time instead of trying to venture into new, interesting spaces. But regardless of that, hey, we have a map, and it looks like there's some stuff way out in the end, and then there's some stuff that's really close. So there's probably, if I had to guess, far back where I was at. Great, okay. We can totally find it. It's not gonna be a big deal. It's gonna be okay. Probably that island out there. If I had to guess. Wait, there's another question mark? Alright, what's the question mark? More reedy? Yeah, just because it's not popular doesn't mean it shouldn't be done, right? Oh, yeah. Within the catacombs, the history of humanity. And that generator's still running somehow. Every single time. Oh, is this gonna show me like, what is it? The accumulators in here? Nothing. Man, they built a really large facility.
This is where
Of
they
course
must
it
have
does
lived.
this.
Athena and Miranda. You know, for a moment, I almost expected to find them here. But the only thing that's still functional is the megastructure. I'm sorry. This must be awfully strange for you being thrown into all this history. But that's why I needed you. Because you're not burdened with all these memories and conflicts and regrets. Weigh on our minds like a nightmare.
Don't worry, I'm just a number in all of this. Because you just called me 1K.
Our civilization is caught in a loop, 1K. We freed ourselves from the simulation, but now we're trapped again, and it's our own fault. We're afraid of taking responsibility, afraid of growing up. Instead, we make up some capitalized words and build up all these myths around them. Nature, balance, the founder, the goal.
Yeah.
We're afraid to face the randomness of the cosmos, but equally afraid to imagine a better world. So we're stuck. I've been trying to find a way out for years. Something, anything, to get people to understand that we do actually have free will. That building a thriving, expanding civilization doesn't have to involve repeating the mistakes of the past. But I failed. Over and over.
Ooh. I guess I'm gonna ask him where it hurts.
Because for some reason, people find it easier to cling to cynicism and self-hate than to actually have hope. Because believing the worst about ourselves, calling ourselves sinners and fools, somehow still seems wise.
I mean, there's also a defining factor of, you know, not everybody is going to be a person who's going to be a driving force and stuff like that. And most other people will kind of follow with that driving force. So just depends on who's in power, which, you know, is the guy that doesn't really want to do much. And what do you think we discovered here that could change things?
Yes. Because this is something unexpected, an anomaly. Everything we found on this island challenges who we have become. It shows us that different answers are possible. And maybe that can break people out of the loop. All we need is a spark. Maybe that's why she made all this, the puzzles, the towers. A way of jolting us out of our complacency.
Honestly, don't know.
Neither do I, 1K. But I try to be optimistic. Now, let's see what else we can find here.
Huh? Well, if that was living at some point, it ain't living no more. Oh.
Melville, eyes on 1K's stream. Is this thing what I think it is?
Blow my fuse box. It sure looks that way. Best not touch it until I get there.
Sound device, but what is it?
I think it's a somnodrome.
The what?
It's a sort of analytics tool for processing mental data that Melampus streamed up.
But all he ever did was sketch out the theory. As far as I'm aware, he never actually built one.
Looks like the founder gave it a go.
Can you explain it like I was born yesterday? Which
Well,
kind of was.
what we know is that our deeper algorithms are hard to pass. Melampus stipulated that the computational power to interpret them in real time would always be beyond us. But in theory, the somnodrome would interpret that data and loop it directly to our senses.
People were hoping to find answers to the big questions by having a conversation with our own subconscious. If you ask me, it's solipsistic at best, and pseudoscience regardless.
That may be. But if the founder figured it out, then that device could be an extremely important discovery.
Let's go for the risky one.
I would advise against it. You may have survived all those data stream overloads, but interface with that thing and you're liable to get bricked. Not to mention risking the data we could get from it.
I don't care about the data. I want to plug in. Yeah, no, risk it.
Sorry, Melville, but if 1K wants to do this, I won't get in the way. It's his decision.
Understood. But if 1K starts to smoke, don't be slow to pull the plug.
Or you could be slow to pull the plug. I think that's fine. Blampus believed that the answers we're looking for, the correct way for the individual to exist ethically, is in society and the world, are within us. Our failure, to him, was not failing to create a better system, but failing to truly reflect what already existed within our minds. A failure of connection between the high and the low and the inner and the outer. On most days, what seems wrong to me, but sometimes when I think of where New Jerusalem is headed, I wonder if Sondrum doesn't hold... B, thank you! Also for 69 months? Very nice for both of you. Thank you so much. When I think of where New Jerusalem is headed, I wonder if Sonodrome doesn't hold an answer after all. I took some time to build a prototype according to the original blueprints, but there's a lot Melampus didn't account for. Still, I'm most certain I could apply some of our own knowledge and make it work. The question is, should I? Alright, does this go anywhere? It doesn't. Alright. This better not be like Soma. Well, that was painless.
1K, can you hear me?
What did I say? You fried it. Who knows what data we've lost?
Yeah, I regret nothing.
Melville, I still think it's worth you coming here to take a look. 1K, let's pack up and explore the rest of this lab.
All of you on this expedition, I'm sure you have some questions about the Somnodrome, but I'm afraid I can't answer them. It was a dream I had a long time ago when I was a different person, and it has long since faded. I did build a prototype of sorts, at least its own part of the systems, but none of it ever functioned the way I wanted it to. Whatever thing I may have done with my invention, the truth is that I'm simply not interested in the affairs of New Jerusalem anymore. I care as little for Byron's utopianism as I do for Herman's religious pessimism. I'm not sure I care about anything at all, really. In fact, I think not caring may be the only answer. At the end of the day, everything is transient, even in itself. I've learned to let go. Please not respond. I value my privacy. Well, that was a choice. Will it impact anything? Who knows? But I got in there. I was hoping to see like some interesting, like, you know, futuristic, retro-futuristic, maybe that's kind of the term I'm looking for. VR implementation, you know, like maybe like the end of like a System Shock where you're suddenly in a different game entirely, playing in a 3D realm. Okay, so where was I at? Okay, so I was heading in the opposite direction over here, and I think I wanted to take a look out this way. Hold on. Research and the Sphinx. Yeah, so I wanted to head out here, which I think this is where I want to be. I think. Maybe? Maybe not. Game's never really exactly straightforward with everything that you need. Granted, if I knew what I was looking for, it'd be a little bit better. Way out here. There's some nice rocks. Yeah, that's the closest I could probably get for it. Oh, hey, hello. You're a thing. Okay. Wait, there's just a pathway that leads to it? Oh, I feel ripped off. So you had to adventure like all the way through, like woods, territory. But nah, just a pathway. Alright, so that should be the furthest one though. And now the question becomes closer one. So we're still technically on the island, and we just need to kind of hop over to the other one, which I think is this and that one, and then, oh hey, there's a statue over there. Probably gonna be a switch on its stomach. Or front. Yep, there we go. And we just gotta find one more, and then we can go back to the Sphinx. Da 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 da. Yoink. Alright, so if I go here, yeah, that's where he's at. Yeah, I ain't walking the normal way. Nope, 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 nope. Too far, too far, too far. I guess we're gonna do the Tetramino puzzle now. Get that fundamentally working. Yeah, why not? Yeah. No. That one. Perfect.
Sometimes it seems the only choices we have are renouncing civilization or mindless expansion. But that's not the only path forward. Embracing deliberate control over nature doesn't have to mean destruction. We are a species of artists and artisans, blessed with the ability to transform the raw material of the cosmos into new and better shapes. Shapes that have meaning. With our technology, we can take this chaotic world, so full of suffering, and turn it into a work of art.
I don't think that works the way that I want it to. Wait, that's just the same thing. No. Back it up. Do you think they're gonna be upset if I just jump this? The problem is, like, I just can't get back. You are... That was evil. I can't leave. I can't even jump! Oh... Alright, let's think about this again a little bit more. Okay, so what happens if we just short-shoot ourselves there a little bit? Do that, and then... No. Wow. Nothing. Like, realistically, it should be fine to do. Okay, so let's start off with this, because then this gets a little bit more interesting. Wow, so wait, that just pushes me, like, way far out, and I'm not even get close. that's even worse. Okay, so we can't start with this. Like, whatever we do. No. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, that does it. Got some like strong magnets in those things. Alright. Now we can go walk over here. Flip the final switch that we need. Yoink. Alright. We'll go talk to whatever entity's in here. I don't know. It's probably going to be... Let's see. Last time it was the Sphinx. Maybe... Pandora? Probably Pandora.
Creature of clay,
I knew
you
it.
have taken another step towards the flame.
Sorry.
Before you continue, ask yourself, have the gifts of Prometheus ever truly benefited your people? Or have they brought nothing but strife?
Listen, Prometheus has done nothing for me. He just came and said words and was like, hey, robots, here's an island.
Prometheus has poisoned your mind. Turn away from the flame or you will be bound, as he was.
What are you gonna do about it, huh?
I've been thinking, there's 3 towers per cardinal direction
Yes.
and 3 entities.
Yes.
You'd think it would be symmetrically arranged, 1 tower per entity, right? But we haven't seen Prometheus at all.
We're built to find patterns. Maybe we're trying to find patterns where there aren't any.
I mean, he's not wrong.
1K, please investigate the coordinates I'm sending you.
The coordinates. Search for schematics in the lab of Flooded Valley. Didn't I already do that? Oh, actually, I didn't find schematics. That's right. Whee! I guess that explains why I was confused about not being able to jump previously. Oh, right. I fried the thing.
None may know what came first, error or sin. And yet every choice depends on it.
Well, obviously sin came first. Like, where the fudge does error come into play? Listen, you're forgetting there's a bunch of human history before the robot history. Actually, wait, does error well, actually, maybe. Error lives outside of context of... Alright. So what did I miss? Like, I got in the machine. You okay, Byron? Okay. You don't care. Okay, this was completely closed off before. Ooh, fancy. They can move rocks. Beloved founder, wherever you have gone, I continue to have faith in... you are mother, our creator, the chosen of the progenitor. I am certain that this is a test, a trial like the ones you face. Listen, they are just putting way too much, like, what is it, like sainthood, whatever the, like, angelicizing, Athena. Like, it just because she was the first one out doesn't make much difference. And we will learn from the example and keep faith. Praise your name, Thekla. Results anomaly inconsistency. There's no error. Trial 108. Error sending. We need to start over. From Miranda to Athena. I went ahead and ran the next set of trials anyways. I know you said to wait, but the data we got from the last batch was so amazing. Just too amazing. Every step leads to the next. Like a progression of musical notes. We're so close, Miranda. And new designs. Overload. My brain.
The singularity sustained itself longer this time.
Did we get the data?
We did. I think we just obsoleted quantum physics.
Wait, what?
Maybe. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need to be able to replicate these results.
You know, I've been wondering. You told me that in the simulation, one thing that kept you motivated was looking for answers. Do you think that with the work we're doing, we'll ever run out of questions to ask?
I don't think so. Trying to understand the universe means asking the same question over and over. How? How do you make fire? How do earthquakes happen? How does gravity work? How do particles behave? You keep digging deeper, finding another set of mechanisms, another set of hows. Step by step, you demystify reality. But then, if you keep doing it long enough, one day, you run out. You've answered all the hows. You know how the universe works. So, now what?
Now you ask why? Isn't that the next step?
It's not quite that easy. The question of why cannot be answered. Even if it could, it would only be followed by another why. At some point, you have to accept that it all just exists. But there is another set of questions. What's next? You've stripped away the layers of mystery, you've laid bare the machinery. Now you have to start building, to add your own layers of meaning.
Basically, once you have understanding, be able to utilize that understanding. Ha ha!
Are you okay? You overloaded again.
Yeah, I'm fine. What do you think? I've done this like 3 other times now. Maybe 5? I've lost track. I think it's 5. No, wait. 4.
Yes, I saw.
I saw Athena.
It came through on your stream. Strange to hear her voice again. But that was her. The way I remember her. The real Athena. Not this imaginary founder.
Yep, angelicizing, or, yeah. Maybe that's correct. I'm really not really overthinking about it too much. I could see that. I wonder if voice actress is about the same. Miranda could be Tracer. Or that's just, chipper English lady voice. Tell me more about her.
I was one of the first she woke up. There was just a handful of us in those days.
Not the same actor? Oh.
A small family in the ruins of a dead civilization. It was hard. Harder than anyone can possibly imagine. We had nothing except what Alexandra Drennan and the Institute left us. Now that everyone lives in civilization, they don't understand how necessary it was for us to build that civilization. They can fantasize about living in balance, limiting growth, retreating behind our walls. They don't understand what it really means to live in the wilderness. How close we came to not making it. How many people we lost. Yema was just the first. But Athena understood. She believed in humanity. She believed in us. In the inherent value of consciousness. Her dreams were so much bigger. She wanted us to reclaim the Earth, to reach for the stars, to build and grow and learn.
So why doesn't she remember that way?
The city was already changing before she left, turning inwards, forgetting the future. Once she was gone, other people shaped her memory, turned her into the symbol they needed. I understand all that, as depressing as it may be. What I don't understand is why she didn't tell me. If she came here to do all this, why didn't she bring me along?
I mean, maybe she just thought she had to do it by herself. Yeah, she did what she thought she had to do.
She did. She must have. I just don't understand. But if all this is a test, maybe there's an answer waiting for us in the megastructure. Speaking of which, let's get back to exploring. Melville should have reconnected the next station by now.
Hopefully she's not too upset that I broke the thingy. Man, she's probably upset that I broke the thing. No regrets! Alright, well hey, next station. Yeah, I think this put me at like... Yeah, no, this would have been the 5th time, because otherwise I would have done this like 4 times before. And at the point that you do it 4 times, like, you know, your brain ain't gonna be fried the 5th. Hopefully. Probably best not to mess with it. It's probably just some structure way out far. I really don't have much I can do with the golden gates just yet. Because I do need to go through each of the islands and do all the puzzles. All of them. Well, all the statue puzzles. It's nice that it like turns itself around. Alright. Travel to North 3, Lost Marshes. Wait, we're going to a swamp? I thought this was all about icy places.
This area looks flooded as well.
Our ancestors melted a whole lot of ice. After they died, most coastal settlements were claimed by the sea. South of New Jerusalem, there's a whole city under the water. We went there once with Garrus, when I was an apprentice. It was eerie.
That's exactly why the Founder created the goal. When you go past the limits, this is what happens. Mother Nature always gets her revenge in the end.
This isn't revenge, Al. It's just failure. People, cities, mountains. As far as the sea is concerned, it's all the same. Their mistake was forgetting that, telling themselves nothing would change. It always does.
Alright. Try to be a little bit exploratory while doing the puzzles. Reading and puzzles in between. Don't make the same mistake twice. Substitution. Bring an item to swap. Ah. Sorry, I need this. Okay, this is interesting. So you really have to understand, like, what's viable and necessary at a point.
I've had a closer look at the Somnodrome. You know, the one that 1K fried. It's based on the original prototype with some modifications. As usual, the data is a mess, but I strongly suspect there might be a functional version somewhere.
She's not gonna let it go.
I know some of you have heard stories about the answers this device might reveal, but please remember, that is not our main priority here. Keep an eye open for it, but focus on finding Athena.
Beloved Founder, I beg you to return to us. We cannot achieve the goal without you. You are the one who defied Elohim, who overcame the trials of the simulation. What are we before that? How can we possibly find a path that will not lead to the mistakes of the past? You are our sole link to the wisdom of the progenitor. Without you, we are lost. Praise be your name, Yarnith. Too much hope. And one person. Excerpt from the What's Wrong with the World by G.K. Chesterton. Our modern prophetic idealism is narrow because it was undergone a persistent process of elimination. We must ask for new things because we are not allowed to ask for old things. The whole position is based on the idea that we have got all the good that can be got out of the ideas of the past, but we have not got all the good out of them. Perhaps at this moment, not any or the good out of them. Sorry, am I reading this correctly, or I feel like I read it and just not sure. And the need here is a need of complete freedom for restoration as well as revolution. Like, I get kind of like the gist of reading it, but for some reason my brain felt like it looped over part of it. Because there was a lot of repeating sentence structure there, and I'm like, Anyways. There's one metaphor of which the moderns are very fond. They're always saying, you can't put the clock back. The simple and obvious answer is, you can. A clock being a piece of human construction can be restored by the human finger to any figure or hour. In the same way, society being a piece of human construction can be reconstructed upon any plan that has ever existed. You can indeed and turn the clock back, but if it stops ticking, it's dead. You know, basically all I do is just turn the time to where it is, right? You know, a broken clock is right 2 times a day. Black snow. Oh, you mean like soot? From selected archive documents A to C, the coal mine finally brought decent jobs. It lifted up its poverty, making us proud. We weren't just ordinary workers, we were the lords of the underworld. With our skills, we kept the whole country alive. The mine also brought black lung, gruesome injuries, and death. And when it went away, it brought the collapse of our entire society. As for the plant, I know it brought electricity and even more jobs, but I know what a difference that makes in people's lives. I also know that when we used to go out and play, there were black flakes in the snow. Why didn't they just switch to a safer technology once they realized coal was dangerous? They didn't always have a choice. Sometimes coal was all they had, or were allowed to have, and the alternative was poverty. At other times, they wanted to switch, but there were powerful interests that prevented change. We can't blame people for the world they were born into. When you got a big enough truck, and you're trying to stop it, it's a lot harder to do so and change that course. At least that's kind of the principle, right? Like massive momentum. It's hard to make do. What is out here anyways? Best to walk around this. Seems like it's gonna be another hand. It absolutely is. What's in here though? Like, some people are just making the most weird structures for this game. Palm reader. Ah, lift thresher. Now not to walk off the cliff and suddenly get
You
drowned.
may wonder why I insist on these unsanctioned, unplanned expeditions. Some think it is because I hate civilization and prefer to lose myself in nature. This is precisely the opposite of the truth. It is because I love New Jerusalem that I have to leave. Because it is only when I am here that I fully appreciate what the city means. And also because I believe that if I stayed at home, I would one day be ethically compelled to commit acts of violence against those who, in their arrogance, imagine that humans should live in harmony with the chaos that surrounds us.
I mean, that's an interesting thought. To not live in harmony. Alright. Here's what I'm in for. More puzzles. Possibilities. Okay, I don't like this already because, you know, half-height things make everything more difficult. Okay, I like that this is here, but I can't jump off of it. They thought of everything. Alright, so I can just take this. Alright, take this. Wait, what? Oh, I can't. Oh, well, that's a thing. Hold on. Thank you. I have problems. Many problems actually. Hold on. Not too bad. I figured it out. That, you know, you can just look down, do the thing. Alright, so what's interesting to me is that there's like a statue like over that way. So I do want to take a look at it. Ooh, what's this one? Ugh, it's another green one. Okay. So we'll have to figure out, like, at what angle and where we can cause green to get firing at it. Oh, he's right over there. I worry that I can drown. Hold on. Is it? Nope, nope, nope. Too far, too far, too far. Not gonna happen. Alright, well, it's possible like this is... Yeah, it's number 3, so possibility that we can, you know, puzzle our way through this, and there's a green one accessible that we can just make go into there. I'll have to kind of curve tail around to get that statue. Yeah, I don't really see like much other like things that are pointed here. Although there is that, and that seems like it could be an anchor point for a laser. The wall. Alright. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, so we can bring this to a blocker. But if we do that, there's like really nothing else going on in here. So I guess we take the cube. Oh, so we need... Okay. Swap. Swap. Once we get this solved, like, technically we just try to figure out, if we can, anchor things.
Every one of these clouds seems to contain exactly the same amount of energy.
Great, so that is the case. I'll have to think about this a little bit more. Well, actually, we probably should get this set up to begin with. So we don't need the jammer anymore, because... The question is, do we, like... Yeah, I think we just take that over here, and then that works. Drop it here. Keep connection. There we go, both lined up. Perfect. So now we just gotta figure out how to get a green off into pillar lands. So, let's see here. Wow! He's just brutal. You saw him. He just came out of nowhere. Alright, hopefully we don't drown. Oh, it's just a little fire thing. Which is fine. Like, they don't really, like... don't really worry me too much. Alright, up to 4. There's also a question mark next to it, which is probably... since we've already seen 2 hands, thing? We'll do 4 first, though. Wow, 4 is like isolated all by itself. Prison. Oof. I prefer the term detention center. Okay, so we have red. Blue on the black side here. A red over here. That doesn't even do anything. Wait, what is... How do we get into there? Oh, we have to take cubes. Well, we need to swap items out, which means... So I would need that before I could even get this, because technically I can't even get the height of it. But I can only get in here by activating this. So the only alternative would be to get... Well, okay, so obviously this is a good starting move, right? Now, I can do this, but this doesn't unlock anything for me, right? So it's kind of pointless. So technically, we would just need to kind of reorganize things a little bit more. So now we got 3 of these, which is great. Kind of. I didn't really think that through. Can we do it with 2? No, so I'd need 1 more. Problem is I can't get through here without having 1 in place. It's kind of problematic. Ah! Listen, what blares the horns like that? Jeez. I don't... Because the problem is, like, these would cross paths, right? Like, this is not on the right side of the door, so it doesn't really make much sense for it to be able to, like... Because, like, if I'm able to get that through, then cool. Might have just, I tried. Oh, wait. Where's, Alright, it might be locked here. But you know what? It's fine. We'll live. Whee! Aww. Okay. So now we're through here. The problem is now to get blue into here. That's gonna be interesting. Ooh, can we do a straight shot from here? We can. Okay. So then if we do the same here. Wait, why did... You know what? I can ask any questions. I'll bring an item to swap. Yeah. I need to swap you with this. Thank you. Except for you were going to be the cube that I wanted. You... What? Did I not attach it to the other side? I didn't. Cool. There we go. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Wandering around these landscapes, solving puzzles...
I hope that was closed before.
In a way, 1K's experience must be very similar to Athena's in the simulation.
There's one difference, though. Athena was alone.
That's a long ways out for... Yeah, it's worth it. Whee! Listen, these lights, they got some good springs. Good foot mileage. Alright, triangle. We're gonna raise the difficulty. All around, okay. Okay, so this will give us a red. Hehehe. Oh, this is where we can get a green. Is there any, like, pillars to shoot the thing off of, though? I don't see anything. Well, that's gonna be a converter, which is good. Alright. So we can run that on that. Do we need an inverter now? I don't think that's what we need. So we can get this. But that's closed. Oh, okay, but we can take the jammer and just kind of make things even more convoluted. Okay, so that's open now. Now we can take the jammer, swap the jammer with this thing. Ooh. That's a problem. I need a blue. Which... I don't know about you. I got some questions. Because I can only have two things at once. So if we get the inverter, converter, whatever, along with combination, like, how does this even work? Can't jam that. Okay. Let's take this because it's probably important. think about this for a second. Oh, but we can't. Well, we can actually. We just do this, right? Set this up so it blocks it. Take the jammer. See, the problem I have with this though is like this still doesn't work with me as much because well, I have that in place, right? And I did the swap thing. Oh, right. I don't need the red thing anymore. I just do this and we're done. I was overthinking that a little bit. Alright, anything out here? Make the green go on. I don't know, I don't see anything, so I guess we'll just leave it like that. Until I see like some tower somewhere to make green go fly over. Yeah, there's nothing. Alright, number 5 it is then. Those deer sound like they're just running right next to you, even though they're like far away. Head to the right pathway, right? Apparently you can go this way. I just want to say like it's 5 up here. There's the tower. So hopefully, I guess if there's nothing that transfers between them, then this will be it. I mean, really, I should have just like taken a beam and just sent it up into that. What do you got for me?
Mother, can I suggest something?
Mother.
Of course, go ahead.
The southern part of the island is completely dead. No animals, no plants. The soil is too alkaline for anything to live except bacteria.
Yes, that's why it's a good location for some of the experiments.
Well, if we want to show that we can make the cosmos more beautiful, then why don't we start there? The desert doesn't have to be dead. If we modify the conditions, life can thrive there. And that could be the first step towards spreading life to other worlds. What do you think?
I think that sounds like a plan.
Your order sounds like a plan. Alright, so we have an accumulator. That's cool. But it also doesn't have a charge, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. And blue. Okay. Yoink. Thank you. Alright, just because I'm curious. Hold on. Doesn't go anywhere, does it? Oh. That's a okay, I got it now. So if I can get red from this one, and then down below at 3, maybe there's a blue? Or wait, hold on. I have blue in here too. Ooh. Okay, let's get this salt first though, I guess. So we don't need that first right now. Let me swap something. See, that's a problem, because that's blue. Oh. Oh, okay, so that works for both of them. Okay, so we need to swap this out for one of these. Jam that. Take this. Swap it with that. Oh, we need to do like a double full thing. So we do this. Run into here. Jam that. Take this. Swap it. Drop it. Jam. There we go. Alright, now we don't have to worry about jamming.
About how many cities there are out there under the ocean. Cities where people lived for thousands of years. Cities with their own history, their own culture. All of it lost under the waves. If they'd been less greedy, they could have kept all that.
I don't think we can pass moral judgment on an entire species based on the decisions of a handful of leaders. But I do think they made a mistake. They stopped caring about what they built. They stopped seeing the romance of civilization.
I mean, you can still blame people for it. Like, the problem is that, you know, you don't really question what leaders are doing.
Horses are broken, not taught. That is the way of humankind.
Weird. I mean, I guess if you want to go for, you know, free will of horses being broken, then yeah, sure. I guess that makes sense on that front. Alright, well, lasers. Then we carry on. What is 6 is over there? There's 2 question marks that way, and there's a question mark like all the way out here. We have like one more statue and one more puzzle, I think. And then, yeah, the archives. Human history. Well, exactly not really human history. Well, kind of humanish. Like, this is very much human. Or at least looks human. Oh. Well, that's destroyed. I can't crouch. Obviously, we weren't made to have super strong knees. So it's broken in here. Completely destroyed. So no more schematics? Whoa. Hold up. Maybe there's like a second entrance. Out in the wilderness. You get the sense that there's not. Oh, somebody didn't hide the rocks. There's a hole. Granted, that doesn't really mean much to me, but... Okay, so we're on top of here now. Look at it. This place can get so many miles. That seat's still in good condition. Okay, maybe not exactly. Okay, I'm not really seeing anything. So, outside of trying to, you know, like, explore and, getting absolutely, this might be a bad idea. It's fine. I can survive falls better than I can. Let's go swim for a swim. Alright, so we want to get up there, because that's where the next puzzle is. That's where number 6 is. Somewhere. Hopefully. Ah, there we go, 6. 6. I think you really climb far for this. Up and down. Okay, so we have a fan that we can detach. And swapper. And a thing. Lots of places. Oh, it's behind that. Okay. There's a blue thing there, and there's a green laser. So wait, if I convert green, what does it turn into? Okay. So we can also detach that fan. And we get a converter up here. Okay. So I definitely need both fans to get up here. Wait, do I not have... And I have a blue laser to pull out. So if we do get both of these, basically the blue and the green, that'll make red, and then I need a converter to change it to blue. This seems reasonable enough. I mean, I could totally keep the fan up at the top, but that doesn't really make much of a difference to me. So I guess we can swap this out for now. Because we'll kind of need this to swap out the top portion here. Actually, wait. Will I? This might get a little complicated. Because this is a good idea. Like, I don't have any complaints about this. Okay, now we got red. That's nice. Now we steal this fan. We place it here. Ah! We didn't go flying, we steal the other fan. Swap with that. And then we in. There could have been a whole nother level of abstraction to that for getting the cube. But oh boy, would that have been way much more trickier. Alright. Seems like 7's a little bit closer, but there is a bunch of question marks in front of me. I thought we were done with the hand. Oh wait, there's 3 hands, never mind. Excerpt from Orthodoxy by G.K. Chesterton. But what we suffer from day to day is humility in the wrong place. Modesty has moved from the organ of ambition. Modesty has settled upon the organ of conviction, where it was never meant to be. A man was meant to be doubtful of himself, but then doubting about the truth. This has been exactly reversed. Nowadays, the part of a man that a man does assert is exactly the part he ought not to assert himself. The part he doubts is exactly the part he ought to not doubt. The divine reason Huxley preached a humanity content to learn from nature, but the new skeptic is so humble that he doubts if he can even learn. Thus, we should be wrong if we had said hastily that there is no humility typical of our time. The truth is that there is a real humility typical of our time, but it so happens that it's practically a more poisonous humility than the wildest prostrations of the aesthetic. The old humility was a spur that prevented a human from stopping, not a nail in his boot that prevented him from going on, but the old humility made a man doubtful about his efforts, which might make him work harder, but the new humility makes a man doubtful about his aims, which will make him stop working altogether. Miranda, I had to read this twice to fully understand it. I can get that. Like, reading that, yeah. Basically, man has got imposter syndrome. It's incredible. There's an entire submerged town just off the coast, surprisingly well preserved. Sailing over it, I finally understood what the ancients meant by eerie. I obviously couldn't have the kind of physiological response they did, but I think the mental response was pretty close. A contradictory response, part melancholy, part fascination. It's strange how tragedy and destruction make the beauty of civilization more obvious. Miranda. P.S. Deer got into the maintenance area and made a huge mess. Sorry, I'll clean it up. P.P.S. I may have been feeding it. Failed to load comment. From Impatience Journal, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem, Day 296. Cornelius and Serbai went back to the dam today. We've been holding off on constructing any new humans to concentrate on building a home for them first, but there's a limit to what 13 people can do on their own, and everyone is eager to start construction on some of the more ambitious structures. Sarbai's kindness and patience is something that we'll certainly miss out on here, where tempers can sometimes run high, and I'll miss Cornelius too. He was there when I was born, and he is just as much a father to me as Athena and Alexandra Jenin are my mothers. But I suppose I can always go visit them. The dam isn't that far, and once we complete the monorail, in a few decades it will truly be a few minutes away. And that are a couple dozen years, you might live forever. Yeah, immortality. Alright, Trevor, my boy. Lay on some wisdom.
Something I really like about Alex, one of the reasons why I'm here doing this, is that she's really humble. She has this incredibly positive view of humanity. She believes we can accomplish anything, but it's not about her. She doesn't think that she's smarter or better than anyone else. She just looks at us as a species, and even though she can see how small we are in the grand scheme of things, she thinks that we could conquer the stars and give meaning to the universe. Even now, even when none of us are going to live to see it. Isn't that awesome?
I mean, I guess that is the ultimate ethos of this game. The fact that, humanity lives on even through machine. And a lot of it was, hey, try to teach a robot some new tricks. Propulsion. Okay. Where does this fan take me? Up here. Not really useful, but okay. So we have the accumulator. We need red, but that's blue. That's a thing. So we can detach the fan. Whee! really does much for me. I can't really do anything. Okay, so once we've brought the cube over here, there's really not much of bringing it back. Yeah, and I can't get blue from here. Well, actually, I could bring the cube back. It's just going to be a little bit more convoluted, and then trying to get the fan back after getting the cube back is another question entirely. Oh, actually, we could just take this, swap with the cube, bring the cube over. Ah, didn't mean to do that. Okay, so this might be a case of working backwards. We need this. The problem is that, right? So we need to convert it, or invert it, I guess. This is an inverter. I mean, it does convert, but it inverts the connection that was put in. So, regardless, you know. Maybe we need the cube and the thing on the same side. Hold on, I could swap from one side to the next really easily. I need the cube though. And I need the cube on this side. Swap that out. We'll keep that there for now. Bingo. All right. We'll set that up now. We don't need this anymore. Woohoo! Is that the eighth one? I thought this was number 7. Or is it because I did, like, the extra puzzle? Oh, because I did the challenge one, I can enter in the tower now. Okay. See, it's not necessarily like you need to do all 8 of them. You just need to do enough of them. Where is his thing anyways? Like, it was pointing in this direction. Oh, hello.
Let us consider the city. What is a city? It is not a gift from the gods, nor the product of nature. Unlike a mountain or a river, it is something that must be built through the deliberate arrangements of material by a mind imposing order on the world. And it is built to serve a purpose.
Oh.
To that end, it has roads and fountains and walls. And to the same end, it has laws and leaders. And though each city is built according to a different plan, all cities must serve their purpose, or they will fall and become ruins. Therefore, we may conclude that a city is also a kind of machine, constructed to improve the life of its citizens.
He is not wrong about that. Okay, there we go. I like how philosophy in the background, right? And I'm trying to do something silly and ridiculous, but like climbing a tower. But also learned how insane this game makes the weight of gravity feel so good to the point where if it continued on, I might have hurled. You know, it's like that feeling of like in a roller coaster when it drops. Wait, what is this? Okay, but how do I get something out here to drop on the thing? Wake up. You doing okay, Victor? Victor, you might be going a little off course. Oh, no, okay, you're okay. Good job, Victor. Thank you so much. Where'd it go? Ah! Come back here. It's just crazy how there's like just little oddities and things sprinkled around. Are you coming down? That little jerk's not coming down. Come on. It's kind of like Skyrim. There's not sufficient disk space to continue recording. That's lovely. That's super lovely. Whoops. I guess if I want this, I'm gonna have to sufficiently export it myself. Alright, where are you going? Back down! Ow. I eventually knew 5 terabytes wasn't gonna be enough. Okay, listen, you better just go in there. I have to touch you one more time. It's done. Wait for it.
Paradise cannot be found. It must be built.
Paradise must be built. I mean, I guess it all depends on the person, you know? I think you can find some kind of paradise. Transmission. Alright, so there's a fan in the center. There's a me to bring me back. Hey, they're good looking. A button, a changer. Go check to see what's in here. Ooh, jammer. And a thing. Okay. Alright, what can you do? Not much, I tell you. It's like almost like taking the ladder away. Well, that was interesting. But cool. I didn't need to do anything more. Alright, me. Down the hole you go. Okay, he can actually go down the hole. Okay, wait, but you have to swap something in. Well, that's not okay. I'm only allowed 2 items at a time. Push it, push it. I mean, I don't think this is how this is supposed to work. Actually, if we get the thing up here... Yes, you can't create a hole where it's exactly in front of it. Oh, hello, me. How do I get an item to swap this, though? Also, give me a second, because that error message is kind of irking me a little bit. Is there even a possibility of, like, going, like, settings and then changing where your output is? No, there isn't. Cool. Alright. I know what I must do. Anyways. Yeah, see, that doesn't do anything. And I can't just... Okay, there's gotta be, like, some kind of thought process to this here, right? Like, there's 2 of me. What good does 2 of me do? I mean, if I got the thing out, then that'd be pretty sweet. Problem is, I really can't do much else. That doesn't really help. Because just having it jammed, just... Like, if I could swap it out with the jammer, that'd be kind of nice. But the problem is I can't really even do anything, really. Alright, main body. What do we do? You know, you can totally stand on the thing. But he doesn't get... this doesn't do anything for me. So like even if I leave this here. You. Other me. Okay. So we did that. Take the fan back. But how do we get there? See, this is what's convoluted about this. Like, you can't do that. How do I get me there, though? Like, we got the thing. I mean, if I could have... The problem is, like, when you jam and place it, right? Like, it just doesn't... There's just not enough space. Maybe? I mean, it'll probably stay active. The question is, yeah, it doesn't even do anything. Right, the problem is, like, I can't jam it in the same move that I place it down. For it to, like, work with the metal bearings, right? Because, like, this makes the most sense to have up here. So that I can drop down. But, like, you have to have it right here. Like, this would make so much more sense. The problem I have is I can't... Ah! Hold on. Actually, that still doesn't work. This still doesn't really make much sense. For him to be up here, if I'm in here, there's nothing for me to grab this with. You know, the only way would be if I had. So I need the fan to get up here. I need the metal thing to drop through the hole. With 2 clones, I can do swippy swappy things. I need like 3 items. To make things work. Alright. There's still nothing over here, right? Like, I didn't just... Yes. Ignore something crucial. I can jam that, that doesn't really do anything. I can jam that, but that doesn't really do anything. It's like the problem is like regardless, if I put something there, it's not gonna help me. I guess let's try the reversal here. How do I get this? It's the major question of the century now. It's like I grabbed the... You can't jam that. Or can you? Granted, I don't even think jamming this will even do anything for me in particular. So I can create a hole, right? And then... yeah, I don't have any ability to jam things. Granted, like, jamming this door doesn't really... I mean, it just helps me have something off while doing on the button kind of thing, but, like, I'd have to be like this, and then, like, grab something out later. But the problem is, like, this doesn't even help. So, like, it makes the most sense to have that up there, jamming this doorway, so that, you know, other me can do things a little bit more freely. Because me standing up here... was this always supposed to be up here? That's how it was supposed to be done. Okay, well. We're somewhere. Do we even need this anymore? No, not really. Why not? Game's a little bit more fun. Alright. Bye, real fake me. I don't know who you are anymore. Whee! Oh, into the fan. We did it! Alright, on to the secondary challenge and puzzle. Uh-oh. It's one of those moments where it's like, no, you don't know what you're doing. It's not okay.
Miranda, would you like to play a game?
A game? That sounds like fun.
It is. Remember what Alexandra Drennan said about games?
They're part of what makes us human.
Exactly. And this is a game Alexandra Drennan designed when she was still in school. It's based on her favorite book. Have a go.
When she was like, would you like to play a game? All I could think about was Jigsaw. And I hate to tell you this, not exactly feeling like it was good times there. Alright, so that's a lockdown fan. We need a fan for this, but also probably need power because that's not actually running. We can swap out for something there. Whee! Ooh, driller. really see. Oh. Alright, so you can drill something there. I don't think we exactly need it at this point. So we can just set that there. Set the set that there. Right, so we can't. Actually, how does this even work? Okay. Oh, I guess we need the fan. Well. There is some very bad implications here. For one, the laser's there. Be able to keep connections. Big driller, put it right here. Okay, that's good. Also, still not great though, because like it's still blocked off. How does this work? Because the problem is, like, okay, that's running now, right? But I gave up the fan to do this. Now we're starting to get into more territory that I'm crying. Whee! See, it doesn't do anything though. I'm kind of curious because, like, that jams it. But I need this, and a jammer? Right? Because I got this set up where it's doing this, so that's great. It's powering this. I need a fan here, though. And I apparently will need a jammer. So I guess the question is I need an item to swap that I can't swap. That was lovely. Okay. Let's kind of step through this one step by one step, right? It makes sense to have this here because we can't really do anything with the second jammer. I would hope placing a laser up there makes sense. But then the question is how do I get the fan and laser? When the only reasonable way to, you know, swap them out is use the driller. I guess we do this. So we swap the jammer, jammer with the driller to get the jammer with the fan, so that we have the connector, and then we can run the thing, take the driller down here, swap it for the fan, place the fan on the thing, and then we take the connector here, swap it for the jammer, and then we win. Yeah. 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 That's how we do it. How we do it. Alright, now we'll go get to the center. And I guess go see the megastructure? Why not, right? Look at it, all the pretty blue lights. Ooh, now we're trying to make this a little bit more okay, way more challenging. That's not gonna work. That's never gonna work. That will never work. That works. No. Okay, yeah. Nice, nice, nice. We'll probably make that work there. I see that one being a good possibility. Flip it, but yeah. Okay. Oh, perfect. See? Certified genius. Oh.
Hear me, friend.
Prometheus.
And heed my words. Beware Pandora. She is nothing but fear and despair, and she will do anything to prevent you from reaching the flame. It is she who disrupted the trials of the Sphinx, and who bound me in the...
Okay. Well, bring on the laser.
Well done, 1K. Looks like our hypothesis was correct. The megastructure is opening again. Everyone come to the VTOL, please.
To the
VTOL. Find
VTOL.
Athena.
What about Pandora? She seems capable of displacing or controlling the other entities.
We should be careful, but we can't let such a vague threat paralyze us. Just keep your eyes open.
Yeah, what do I look like? Controllable? Nah, I'm uncontrollable. Forging my own destiny here, you know? Whee! Alright, back to the megastructure and the VTOL.
There's something I've been thinking about. I know the New Alexandria disaster was traumatic. I know accidents like that make us think that it's best to stick to what we have. But what about all the accidents that have happened in New Jerusalem that nobody talks about? The collapse of the Rakovsky building. The Calvin Street explosion. The derailment that almost killed Benaroya and Kaneda. All of those happened because we stopped investing enough resources in our civilization. And if Melville hadn't been put in charge of city maintenance, this would still be happening.
It will happen again, either way. With how little we have to work with, it's only a matter of time.
Well,
You
yeah,
see,
but
there may be a price for pursuing progress, but there's also a price for not pursuing it.
like the problem is like, you know, if Melville's the only one out of 1,000 people, like, why not add more, right? Why doesn't Melville have a team? Oh yeah, see, look, you can see all the lasers from over there, just interacting now. There's the green one though. Oh well, I guess we VTOL. VTOL!
All right, here we go again.
Our main objective is to determine the relationship between the megastructure and Athena. Did she find it? Did she build it? Why was she here in the first place? Explore, dig up anything you can. We need to start finding answers.
can't imagine one person building all this.
Don't forget about Miranda. There were at least 2 of them.
I can't imagine 100 people building this.
I can't even imagine 1,000 people building this.
All right, everyone. Have a
Even
look
if they're
around and stay in
robots.
touch and be careful.
1K, can you stay a moment? I'd like to talk to you.
Okay.
I know you can't wait to start exploring, but just...
Sure, I can hear you out.
I'm concerned. Byron is brilliant, but all he can think about is the possibility of finding Athena. She was his mentor, and her disappearance shattered him. I'm afraid he's not seeing the dangers of the megastructure. To me, this place seems chaotic, dysfunctional. Yes, it's all very impressive, but I think it's broken. And what we're seeing is, it's nonsense, frankly. You've interacted with it more than anyone. What do you think?
I think it's somewhat broken because, you know, it seems a little derelict, but there seems to be something.
I don't see it. Or at least I'm not convinced that the pattern is meaningful. Maybe I'm wrong, but please, be careful.
I got this. Listen, I am a Reverend Puzzler here to do business as 1K. Ooh.
I'm headed deeper into the megastructure. Not quite sure where I am. Seem to be right in the middle of the machinery.
Please, watch yourself, Byron.
This is incredible. I don't even know how to describe what I'm seeing. I don't think this is a building. I think this is a machine.
That's one weird way to describe it. Okay, there's nothing to do with that. Is there more background here? Ah! Don't get me stuck. Alright. Ooh, this is very much... Can we literally bootstrap this to any scale? I mean, that's the only thing that's about readable here. But hey, door override. You can open the door. And override my system.
Why don't you just tell people that they're wrong? If you tell them the truth, they'll listen.
It's not that simple. Straton wrote that the most common error we commit is to think that ideas determine reality, when in fact the opposite is true. Ideas follow from material conditions. Belief systems are formed to explain and justify the way we live. We did not have kings because we believed in the mandate of heaven. We believed in the mandate of heaven because we lived in monarchies.
But we have free will.
Oh, free will isn't the same as freedom, Miranda. We're not free from the constraints of reality or history. I was shaped by the simulation. New Jerusalem is shaped by its limitations.
So, what? We're just trapped? History can only go one way?
Maybe, maybe not. The question is, how do we free ourselves? How do we build a world where our ideas do shape reality? That's why we came here.
Yeah, right. Tear it all down. Start over from scratch. Once you build it, people get rooted in it.
I knew it. Athena's here. She built this.
That other voice, was that Cornelius?
It definitely sounded like him.
I mean, it said Cornelius in the
Come to think of
subtitles.
it, he went on a research expedition around the time Athena vanished. He was gone for years. People thought he'd died.
And all this time, he knew where she was?
We should talk to him.
We will, when we get back. But right now, we have to focus on finding Athena. We are so close.
Do we really need to be, though? Like, we can go back and talk to Cornelius. He's alive. He can get in the museum. As long as I remember that correctly. Excuse me? Am I supposed to just look out from here? Or was I supposed to do something here?
Are those surfaces magnetic?
No,
wait, what?
It's anti-gravity. Your coot was right. I should have known.
Anti-gravity? Oh. Oh, no. Well, I've had enough experience playing games upside down. This shouldn't be too bad, right? Anti-gravity.
1K, I'm over here. Hold on. I'll open that door for you.
Oh, thank you. I like how he's just waving as he's walking. Hello! Alright. Okay, so we need to get over there. Easy. Oh, he's gonna enter into a puzzle, huh?
Same pattern as before. 3 beams, 3 receivers.
I guess we know what to do.
Do you think he's gonna solve it?
Be careful. The sheer amount of power running through this place.
Oh, I want to see him do a puzzle.
I'll take care of this puzzle. You do the other 2, okay? This is kind of fun. Maybe Alexandra Drennan was right. Play is part of what makes us human.
I mean, I can't see him from here. Oh, he did it. Smart man. Although, to be honest, that puzzle looked very easy, so... I don't know. Maybe I should be perturbed that he took my puzzle. Hopefully this just lines up. Yep.
No. Is there anything in the system that could tell us where Athena is?
I don't know. Someone's logged into the system. But when I try to access that information, it all glitches out.
Oh gosh, there's a whole entire puzzle that needs to be done upside down. Okay, this one seems like it's a little bit more convoluted. It also goes up. Sweet. We're in. I can't do anything about that one, so I guess we need to do this. We step off of it, go up here, and place that one there. Okay. What is this one? Blue laser, huh? This comes with a little bit more complication than I want to admit. Okay, that works. So we take this now. Doesn't really do much else for me, but we can take this one and do that. Mission accomplished. Oh, blue laser out. Now we just need the green one in the center. The question is how to get there, though. I mean, I guess we can keep going down this pathway, but everything just kind of like snakes into each other more than it does like mean it's actually, wait, no, this is not even a pathway. I forgot about that. Yeah, I think we just go this way. Reverse. Wait, hold on. What's this way? Nothing. I swear sometimes. Whee! Alright. How to get to the green portion? I don't know what this way goes to. Oh, it goes back to here. Space to disengage from gravity. Oh. You are cheeky, okay. At least most of these are just straightforward, ooh, green. So hopefully get us, actually no wait, that's the green way. Alright. So if I'm right here, yeah, you can just space. Alright, well I need something I can walk on. That I can walk on. That I can also walk on. This doesn't help, because... Alright. Maybe this would help. Then that.
Not to alarm anyone, but I think the ground is shaking.
According to the system, whole parts of the interior are moving around.
Alright.
Like it's rearranging itself.
Now we're upside down.
I think that's what happened last time. When I took the elevator, the platform where I got out just moved away.
Oh boy. I don't know how I feel about this. Okay, so we have a driller. Anything else in here? Nope. Okay, now we have a jammer. That's cool. Where's my objective, though? Because that's the switch. We have green now. But where's the thing? Oh. Right there. Alright, so we don't need invert. Actually, I'm curious. Oh, screen doesn't mean anything. That's interesting. Well, there we go. It's open.
The gate's opening. I'm heading in.
Please tell me I'm not gonna have to like walk through all the puzzles that... Oh no. Okay. Disengage. Actually, I could probably just disengage from up top there, huh? Oh, you can only do it within certain spacing. That makes sense. So we want to go up here. And we need to go towards the doorway. Which I guess means we can do this. No. Okay, obviously... No. This one, first move. No. There we go. It's still like the first game, Stitch Me No Puzzles. Those were my jam. That seems fine. Oh, hey, perfect. We in!
This is fascinating. They were both here, Athena and Cornelius. They had a plan. I found a file that... I can't.
Byron's trapped in the overload. He's failing to disconnect.
The whole system's going haywire.
1K, get out of there! Everyone back to the VTOL! We have to go. Now, 1K, get moving!
We can't just leave Byron behind.
Yeah, Coot, we have no idea where he is or what's happening to him.
How do we get him out?
Now, if we stay here, we could all die.
The system's going completely bananas.
There's nothing. I can't do anything.
We'll come back for Byron, I promise.
He's locked. Okay, things are going actually haywire. Run. At least we have the Serious Sam speed. Oh no, things are actually going real bad. Oh no. Off the trail.
What have you done, you fools? Mortals are not meant to tread these halls. Why
It was
will you
supposed
not
to be
heed
me.
my warnings? I am not trying to harm you, creatures of clay. All I wish is to protect you and the rest of your kind. What more must I do to make you understand? If you cannot be reasoned with, I must bar your path.
Just imagine you just get to see if this was like a cinematic where you just have to watch a robot just run. I think it'd probably be one of the more silliest things, but it feels pretty serious right now. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting out. Not that way. That's dangerous.
These energy emissions are messing with the VTOL systems. Okay, I think I've got it working. Get here quickly, 1K.
I'm working on it. I'm going as fast as my short stubby legs can take me. Woohoo! We're almost out. Into the VTOL.
Come on, get in. Get us out of here, Yakut.
What do you think this next part's going to be? Just like so much strife about losing Byron that they're like, we probably should turn around,
Okay,
and then we're
out.
Argue that we
Now
should save him, though.
Looks like the southern sites are active. The readings are strangely jumbled, though.
Should I set us down?
Yes, but just to drop off Melville.
What?
We're going back to New Jerusalem. This situation has gotten out of control. We need to regroup. Rushing in blindly isn't going to save Byron. But we also need someone to stay here and keep an eye on things. Melville, that's you.
All right. I'll see if I can make any sense of these systems while you're gone.
Just keep a safe distance, okay?
Will do.
Good. Well, 1K, I guess it's time for you and me to take a nap.
Wait, what?
Do not lose hope, my child. In these difficult moments, find solace in your friends and in the home that you share.
I did not consent to this nap time. I did not consent to go back to New Jerusalem.
Got an update from Melville. The power spikes are continuing, but no news from Byron.
All right. Thank you, Yakut. You get the VTOL ready for the next trip. I'll talk to the mayor. 1K, please head over to the Museum of the Simulation and talk to Cornelius. Let's see what he has to say for himself.
I did not consent to this. I was okay with being back over there, helping Byron out. You. It's fine. Oh gosh. Part of me is like, I want to continue just for this turn. The other part of me is like, but I was going to end it right after doing that portion. I guess we'll carry on. It's gonna be like a story beats kind of thing. Plus, who wants to leave on a cliffhanger? Although, granted, we're not gonna say Byron.
The world is full of suffering. Every living organism suffers. Animals kill other animals to eat. And it always ends with death, torn apart or wasting away. This is what surrounds us. This is what's happening outside those walls, every hour of every day. It's our ethical responsibility as sentient beings to lessen suffering. That's what it means to be human, to understand that it is your duty to transform this world into something better. That's what the founder meant when she said that we can turn the world into a work of art. Despite what happened to him, Byron was right. We have to keep going.
This is blasphemy. Byron was punished for failing the Founder's trials, and you want us to dig deeper? Just because you can't accept that suffering is natural and necessary?
Please, everyone, stop using the public frequency. If you want to argue, use your interface or speak in person.
Well, we're back. But it's not as happy as it once was. At least damn Jan is keeping it up, though. I'm gonna take a peek to see if this has been opened up. Hey, citizen. Great name, by the way.
Founder bless you.
Attention all citizens. The Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition is now open to visitors.
It's open.
However, please note that due to an unauthorized strike, public transport will be temporarily unavailable. May the Founder be with you.
Welcome to the Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition.
Hello.
Oh, it's you, 1K. Please tell me, you were there when everything went sideways. Do you think Byron will be all right?
I don't know. He was in a data stream overload.
That sounds dangerous. Make sure you find him and pull him out. He is a menace, but we need him. But anyway, you've come to take a well-deserved break from your expedition. So let's talk about something else.
What's Gehenna?
Gehenna was a place in the simulation. A prison where Elohim exiled the minds that didn't fit his plans. In time, the prison became a community with a culture of its own.
Yeah. One that I escaped from. What happened to the people?
In the very last moments of the simulation, Elohim realized what he'd done and sent his messenger Uriel to free the prisoners. They were uploaded to the gold disc, and their legacy is part of all of us. Text adventures were one of the few art forms available to the people of Gehenna. By continuing to work in that medium, we keep their memory alive.
Yeah, just like cave paintings.
I don't think the role of the artist should be reduced to any single social function. The artist isn't an educator or a moralist. Art isn't about teaching us lessons or imparting values.
It isn't?
Nor do I think it's simply self-expression.
No?
The best art reaches out beyond the self, into something ineffable. The creative impulse can't really be quantified or predicted. That's why artistic freedom is so profoundly essential. Without the freedom to shock, to offend, to transgress, art becomes stagnant.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure there's some discrepancy there. Short punchy work of games as commentary. Do you agree with the conclusion it suggests? Okay. Alright. What's the credits? Who made it? Written by Guta. Okay. Goldblum, Socrates, or library assistant? You know what? I'm feeling library assistant. Choose your argument. It's not true. That's the opposite of the truth. That is obviously incorrect. No, it isn't. I can contradict you. I don't accept the underlying logic of your contradiction. There was logic there? I question your ethics. Your question begs your assertion. Your foundation of thinking are incorrect. That's the opposite of the truth. Okay, now we're in circles. Your side will never be right. Okay, so obviously this is still going in circles, but there's one way to get out of here. Let's find out what we agree on. Okay, it feels like good for us to understand each other better. Game over. Thank you for playing Argument Simulator. Would you like to play again? Oh, so basically, if you keep going, it's never going to let you out. That's lovely. Jefferson Goldblum and the Spectre of Monetary by Rat. Another story in the much celebrated Jefferson Goldblum shared universe, Origine Gehenna. It maintains the characteristic writing style of the series, but focuses on a new set of themes. What is this one, by the way? Ghost of Atlanta. A lyrical atmospheric quasi-sequel to Atlantis, classic work by Lilith. The original game told the story of an inundation of the mythical island, no doubt reflecting. Okay, well, anyways, I'm gonna go check this one out. Alright, credits. Listen, I'm expecting Dedicate to Mac some ASCII art when I hit the credits one time. Like, I want to see just like full-blown ASCII. You, Jefferson Goldblum, deftly step out of your charging pod and walk into the main lobby of the Goldblum Institute. It is a humble abode filled with a small 4-seater sofa, a table, a coffee bar, and an arboretum. I can't even pronounce it. Jenny HD, your fiancé and a leading member of the Carcerati Weierstrasse Jazz Ensemble, greets you from the sofa, while Frankie Soy Sauce waves from the coffee bar, and the Velociraptor, John Malcolm, drives out of the Arboretum on his motorcycle, wearing his green armored t-shirt. Speak to Jenny HD. Oh, Jefferson, cries Jenny HD. Good morning. Good morning, Jenny HD, you reply. Did you sleep well, my darling? Oh, Jefferson, I slept most dreadfully. Why is that? Is your charging pod too hard? No, Jefferson, that's not it at all, Jenny HD mourns. My charging pod is very comfortable. I don't know why I slept so poorly, but I woke up in this small 4-seater sofa, which is strange, because I went to sleep in my room. You think about it carefully while stroking your guitar. Jenny HD has no problem recharging most nights. You are about to reply when a klaxon resounds throughout the Goldblum Institute. Ask Frankie Soy Sauce what's happening. Sorry, buddy. I can't hear you. Frankie drawls over the noise. It's the damn klaxon of doom. I knew I shouldn't have set that volume to 11. If you want to ask me something, you should probably shut it off first. Frankie locally waves his coffee cup in the direction of the central computer terminal, which is conveniently located next to the coffee bar. Play your guitar. You unsling your guitar from your back and check the strings to make sure that they're in the proper order. Then you take the heroic stance with your chest puffed out, your legs splayed wide, and your guitar held heroically aloft. You play a chord, a perfect chord, followed by another equally perfect chord, and another, and another. As always, all the chords that you play are perfect. This is your greatest burden. Mollified, The klaxon shuts itself off. Talk to your team. You turn from the now silenced central computer console and look at your team. We're all gazing back at you with varying levels of wonderment in their eyes. Ask why the klaxon was blaring. John Malcolm dismounts his motorcycle with an air of certainty and queries the central computer console with sure taps of his reptilian claws upon the keyboard. It seems, John Malcolm says, that the sensors have detected a threat of galactic magnitude. Oh no, cries Ginny HD, while Frankie Soy Sauce drops his cup of joe in fear. Ask what the threat is. A shudder goes through John Malcolm's magnificent plumage. Something far more dangerous than anything we've encountered so far, Jefferson, he proclaims. Oh, John Malcolm, what is it? Exclaimed Ginny HD. What could it possibly be? We have already defeated the dastardly Dr. Elion. What could be more dangerous than him? This time, my friends, John Malcolm says after a pause of precisely 2.5 seconds, we will be up against the specter of modernity. Ask what the specter is. What is the specter of modernity, you ask while turning your guitar for the upcoming battle? I'm glad you asked John Malcolm. As you all well know, for I have told this tale many times, my people have feared for many millennium that this day would come. John Malcolm smooths the feather along his long neck with his claws. Tell him to continue. The specter, as you all know, will bring an end to the old and ring in a new era of unparalleled technological advancement until there is no space left in the world for such cherished human and dinosaurian qualities like the love, creativity, the ability to taste umami, loyalty, and friendship. The circle of renewal will end, and we will only move forward at an ever-accelerating pace until we reach the limits of existence itself. Alright, we take action. Friends, humans, dinosaurians, countrymen, possessed by a sudden urge to act, you jump from the coffee maker, much to Frankie Soy Sauce's dismay. We cannot let this threat to our very way of life go unanswered. No, we must stand against the specter and not yield until we are victorious. Will you stand with me? I will wait for their response. Yes, my darling, anything for the human world, cries Ginny HD. Friends, you know what I will stand to you until the bitter end, adds John Malcolm solemnly. For coffee, shouts Frankie Soy Sauce, and for love. But Ginny HD, after shouting and swearing that fealty is done, how will we prevail? The specter of modernity is too powerful for you to fight it on your own. Of course she is right, as she usually is. I'm sorry, but we needed to... You know what? Hold on. Frankie Soy Sauce, he just has a silly name, to be honest. Like, there isn't really much else, and he just says for coffee. Right now, I think John Malcolm is the one true person to bring with us. Jefferson, I'm honored that you would choose me as your companion on this quest, John Malcolm says, flapping his flightless, sparingly feathered arms in gratitude. Together we will defeat the specter of modernity, and our adventure will live on in the song of generations to come. Tell me, friend Jefferson, where shall I take us on the motorcycle? You know what? I want to go to Islands with Jefferson. Sorry, John Malcolm. I am Jefferson. John's motorcycle is not swift enough to carry you across the turbulent waves that surround the islands. Together you stand on the shore, gazing out at it across the vast expanse of choppy water. I'm sorry, my friend, bemoans the dinosaurian mournfully, My armored t-shirt makes it impossible for me to swim, and my motorcycle is not made to crest these waters. I have doomed our endeavors from the start. My reptilian brother, you say, resting your human hand upon John Malcolm's scaly shoulder. I would rather have failed with you than succeed at someone else's side, for we will be friends until the bitter end, no matter what the future may hold. We just need to confront the Spectre the best we can with the tools at our disposal. Okay, I guess we'll go to the Icy Mountains. After a long day to travel in the Icy Mountains, the Great Mountain are barren of plants and animal life, yet they are beautiful in their own way, jagged and cracked and rugged, peaked with snow and gouged the bedrock by merry little streams. But there seems to be nothing that could be useful in defeating the Spectre of Monarchy. Well, says your companion, what now? Poor John? I think you should continue, you say humbly. Don't you agree? Jefferson. So it is come to this, the motorcycle riding reptilian sighs. Together we stand at the end of the world, figuratively and literally. Dinosaurians and humankind united in one last quest to save us all. And our only logical way is forward and onward. You hum in agreement. It is a beautiful thought. I am not sad. That is just you. That is you that I find myself with here in the end. John Malcolm continues, just look upon the great otherworldly beauty before us. The Spectre of Monarchy only sees the future, but these mountains have seen our entire past, and they've never bowed to change. Dear God, aren't they majestic, old friend? You're about to respond, but before you can open your mouth, the ground before you gapes open, and a horrendous yet oddly beautiful figure with glowing red eyes and mighty antlers emerges from the depths. Ooh, dare summon the deer god, it howls in the voice echoing as if it a deep cavern. Attempt to explain the misunderstanding. As the dust settles, you see before you a mighty white stag with glowing red eyes and golden antlers. You tremble bodily and quake in your boots as the apparition gazes upon you. Who has summoned me? The deer booms. What foolish mortal dares to disturb my slumber? O great antlered one, you say earnestly, your awakening is not of the result of intent, but of homophony. The antlered creature cocks its head and its eyes flash menacingly, but it does not otherwise react. Ask the deer god for help. We are on the quest to destroy the Spectre of Monarchy, and we would ask for your help in our noble cause. And why should I help you, foolish mortal? Talk about umami. Yeah. Because, you say, clutching your guitar sincerely to your chest. Because umami? The great one-antlered blinks. Come again? Umami, one of the 5 basic tastes? The beast laughs, and it sounds like the mountains are trembling. The very ground rumbles beneath your feet. How foolish of you, Jefferson Goldblum, to think that a herbivore deity could care about the savory taste. Be gone, and don't come back here again. And with that, the deer god vanishes back into the cramp. Oh, he didn't care about umami. I guess I'm gonna go face the Spectre of Monarchy. When you approach the lair of Spectre of Monarchy, you decide to leave your companions behind, knowing that you cannot risk another life in this final confrontation. Sometimes heroes have to stand alone. Enter the mechanical lair. Inside the mechanical lair, the Spectre of Monarchy waits for you, sitting translucently on the titanium throne. The Spectre of Monarchy! You mutter through your gritted teeth. We meet at last. You are mistaken, Professor Dr. Goldblum. The Spectre of Monarchy says. We have met many times before. I am your father. And your mother. Request clarification. How can you be both? Who do you think inspired you to add the power of electricity to your guitar? Who upgraded Ginny from SD to HD? Who indeed deciphered the mathematical secrets of the chords, that arcane knowledge upon which some of your greatest adventures depend? I was your ally all along, Jefferson. The foul wizard of crime has conspired to turn you against me. It was he who enchanted your klaxon. I don't trust this man. Let's attack him. The Spectre Minority laughs. Foolish human, you cannot defeat me. I shall conquer you and drag human world to the 9th dimension into the future, kicking and screaming. All that is holy will be profaned, and there will be progress if it's the last thing I do. I think, you say coolly, that this is the last thing you should do, is die. Flail about uselessly. You cannot stand against me, foolish human, the Spectre says with another laugh. All the powers you have ever had were my gifts to you, even your precious guitar. And with that, it squishes you like an ant. The human world in the 9th dimension is doomed to an eternity forward march until finally all that is solid melts into air, into thin air. Well, we got our butt kicked. We made progress. Ghost of Atlantis. No credits this time, huh? Gently, ship touches down on the land that once was the Isle of Atlantis, which in days before the waters recede, lay deep under the Sea of Atlas. You have come to find the last legacy of your ancestors. The red sun burns bright in the sky, scorching the dying earth. You know, I feel like Temple of the Owl. Owl's got some wisdom, right? The sun grows bigger and brighter. Time is running short. Your next stop is the Temple of the Owl, the great scientific institution of the old Atlantis. Here, the ancients tried to understand the secret laws of the cosmos, and through their studies did not advance far enough to prevent their fate. The ghost of the scientists awaits you in the Reuben. Speak to the scientist. We have not rested in death, the scientist tells you. In fact, death has provided ample opportunity for study. I have learned so much about the machinery of creation. He hesitates. I would like to join you, but I fear that this truth I have discovered will offend and outrage many. Tell him that the truth matters more than anything. Or that outrage should not prevent compassion. I like that one. Brave words, though few can endure their consequences still. Even merely speaking them is bold, so I will join you and hope that you will stand by them. Continue pilgrimage. Alright, so... well, I have an owl, so I don't really want to go to places with a bunch of snakes. So, let's go to the Lost Shore. Your journey takes you to the wasteland that was once a beach where children from fudge. Capital of Luna came to play. Here stands the ghost of the poet, contemplating the dying sun that filled the sky. I never completed my great work, he says. There were too many priests and censors who interfered, who did not allow me to create what I intended, because they feared the free and true expression of poetic genius. And then came the earthquakes, and the waves, and the long ages under the sea, and now, this time of burning death. Yet still I long for its completion, and my soul imagines what could have been. Ooh. You must refuse to accept your death and find a way completing your great work. I mean, you're already a ghost, sir, so you should be able to work through it. All art is irrational, the poet says. It is not the opposite of reason, but beyond reason, and so is defiance of death, even by the dead themselves. We are gone. We do not exist, and yet we refuse to surrender. Perhaps that is what we call faith. Ask the poet to join you. It will good to have you with us, the scientist tells the poet. You know much of the truth, I think, and you have remained too long in this place. Alright. Yeah, we can go see the serpents. You make your way to the Temple of Serpents, which once was the greatest hospital of all of Atlantis. The sick and the injured came here from all across the island, hoping that salvation could be found in its halls. All that is left of the temple is a labyrinth of low walls and the ghost of the physician waiting for you. It is faint, barely visible. Explore the labyrinth. In what was once the Great Hall, you discover an inscription that reads, "Do good for all in the present, for the past cannot be changed, the future cannot be known, and everything that lives is holy." Speaking of the physician. I worked here day and night for many years, and I saved countless lives, the physician says. And yet, of all the lives that I saved, only one survived the death of the island, a young messenger who escaped on one of the ships thanks to another sacrifice. And I have wondered many times since, was my work in vain? The burden of this question is eroding my soul. Tell him about the inscription you found. The physician's eyes widen and it becomes more visible. You're right, he says. That is the creed of the Temple of Serpents. To do good in the present, which is all that one can ever do. I had forgotten that. Thank you for reminding me. Ask the physician to join you. I will join you, the physician says. There is still good I can do, even as a ghost. And we continue our pilgrimage. You know what? We'll save the Broken Tower for last. So let's go to ancient farmlands. The soil used to be rich, life-giving. Generations of humans relied on it to survive. Then the waves came, and after the waves, the dying sun. Now all that life is gone. Something has been revealed underneath the soil. A city of unimaginable antiquity. The ghost of the farmer awaits in these ruins. Speaking of the farmer. The city is older than the capital, the ghost tells you. It is older than Atlantis itself. When our most distant ancestors huddled in terror before thunder and lightning, this city was already old. And yet this city is not foreign to us. We too are its citizens. He looks directly at you, and there's a light in his eyes that is not of this world. Are you willing to swear fealty to the city across the boundaries of time and space? Yeah, sure, why not? Like, I don't see any reason not to. Good, but remember that even in the lofty world of the stars where you have come from, that loyalty will be tested. Ask the farmer to join me. Come on, farmer. I'm making a collection here. The strange light fades from the ghost's form. The farmer smiles. Why, of course, I'd love to join you. I've always loved adventures, you know, and never got to go very far from home. Continued pilgrimage. Journey to the Broken Tower. On the northern shores of the island, where the frozen ocean once stretched to the horizon, stand the remains of the tower. Here lived a great magician who advised the king of Atlantis in matters of the sublime. Approach the tower. There's very little left of the once impressive structure. To anyone else, it would be a pile of rubble covered in black, dried-out moss, but you can see a glimpse of its past, of the craft that went into its making. By the tower stands the ghost of the magician, awaiting you. A great marvel was revealed to me in this tower, the magician says. a glimpse of the sublime. And although I am dead, and my soul has spent an aeon under the sea, that vision is not lost to me. Even now I could summon it and reveal its fully. He pauses. If I do, I will finally witness the sublime in all its glory, he says. But I believe that in this moment my soul will be annihilated. Is that a fate I should embrace or reject? Fudge. I mean, he's technically dead, so annihilation of the self being liberty makes a lot of sense. But saying annihilation of self is sin also is kind of making sense, because I guess I'm going with liberty. You speak wisely, Mr. said. I've lingered here too long. He turns away from you, towards a world beyond your sight. A bright land suffuses him, and you cannot tell whether the magician is laughing or screaming. Then he is gone. Journey to the palace. Well, we lost the magician, but I guess that's fine. We'll live. The palace once stood in the very heart of Luna, the capital of Atlantis. Here are the greatest artists and craftsmen that long-forgotten era built marvels and luxuries that withstand. We lost everything but magic, everybody. We have everything but magic. Withstand even a traveler from the distant future. But these things, like everything else, are gone now. Only a single remnant of the Atlantean world remains. Though it is perhaps the most precious, a great mosaic telling the history of Atlantis. Before it waits the ghost of the king. Speak of the king. I try to be a good man, the king says. To be kind, to balance justice with mercy, to honor the gods, to support the peasant and the scholar alike. And yet I failed. Why? You failed because you are moral? You did not fail. We are here. All kings must fail, but it's not your fault that you were born a king. You failed because you put yourself above others and hoarded luxury. You did not fail. We are here. He's comforted by your words. You speak kindly. He says, I know that I am not without blame, but in the end I chose to save others before myself, so perhaps you are right, and I did not fail entirely. Ask the king to join me. The king lays his ghostly crown to the side. I will join you, but only as a man. Enter the mosaic, or examine the mosaic. The mosaic is a work of superb beauty, a great work of history and humanity. In it, you see reflected all the hardships, tragedy, hope, triumph, and heartbreak of your ancestors. This is what you came to find. Retrieve the mosaic. You cannot retrieve the mosaic alone. The forces of the time are too powerful, and the strength of a single person is not enough. Ask the ghosts for help. Besides the magician. The magician's gone. Even with the help of the ghosts, you cannot entirely pry the mosaic loose from the morass of history. But you succeed in removing a large part depicting the golden age of the island. It will have to do. Return your ship. Strange bitter feeling fills you as your heart returns to your ship. You did not fail, yet so much was lost. Could you have done it better? Should you have? As the sun engulfs the earth, you wonder what will be remembered of your own time. The end. I guess I was supposed to tell the magician that it was sin to obliterate himself. He's dead anyways. But with that being said, I'm good. That was a lot of reading. I'm surprised I made it through there without my voice going completely out and being like, but that is it. It is what it is. And that being said, though, thanks for watching. And we'll probably be back around for another time. Like, I am super, like, happy that this game threw that twist in. Like, if it was, like, most other games that you play would just be like, okay, here's the formula, keep it going, right? The fact that this game throws that twist in there makes me so much excited to see what is next. Like, it is that great of a twist to it to break the monotony and be like, well, shit's gone south, dude. We're taking a detour. See you next time.